Of butter is filling the studio, and we have Andy McDonald going to be telling us about the Knights of Columbus Crawfish and Bluegrass Extravaganza. But first, we're going to get you started, make a little crawfish etouffee.
Right.
Got to start with some butter.
Yeah, well, we got some butter melted, and then we're going to add, the Trinity. That's always
celery, bell pepper,
celery, bell pepper, and onion. And normally I would chop them up quite fine, but some people don't like onions as much as I do, so I occasionally make them larger so somebody can pick them out. But,
I like that. That's nice of you.
You know, you got to try to suit everybody. So.
Okay, so we have the butter, we have the veggies. How long do you want to cook these together?
Really, just a couple minutes. You want to get the onions translucent, everything softened up, and then basically after you get that going, we're going to go ahead and add the crawfish tails, which are going to also put a little juice in there.
Okay.
So, it's pretty standard fare. This is the meat and potatoes of the Cajun world, so.
Did you leave a crawfish out? I thought I saw a crawfish.
Well, you want this one?
Why? I want you to put him in the pot or the pan so we can eat him. You can't leave him out. He's going to get his feelings hurt.
The lonesome crawfish.
Exactly. Got to have lots of crawfish. Okay, as I mentioned, the Knights of Columbus Crawfish Bluegrass Extravaganza. Lots of crawfish is going to be happening next Saturday. That's April 5th from 4 to 9. It's at St. Mary Catholic School off Old Shell Road. Now, this is going to be obviously a lot of crawfish and a lot of other good food, too. What else?
Well, it's usually about 3,000 pounds of crawfish, I believe. Hundreds of gallons of gumbo, which is really, really good gumbo, by the way. It's just Azalea City Seafood. And then they'll have hot dogs for people who don't eat seafood.
Okay.
Chips, soft drinks.
Maybe they're allergic to shellfish.
Maybe they're allergic to shellfish.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just sissies and scared of crawfish.
The spices.
And Miss Cammie's Old Dutch Ice Cream is always there. Ooh. So she's one of my favorites too. So this is my favorite event of the year.
Yeah.
I put this ahead of Mardi Gras and everything.
Wow. So everybody should go. Make plans.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is my 11th year of doing this.
And it's for the entire family.
Oh, it's for everybody. Will have fun at this one. My kids go bananas at this thing.
Yeah.
And so do I. So
pretty much all the crawfish you can eat, though.
Once you're in, all you can eat.
Oh, man. So get ready again. Plan for that next Saturday. It's going to be in Mobile. We have all the information as well as this recipe on our Studio 10 page on fox10tv.com. Doesn't that look good? We're going to do some more steps in just a few minutes. We're going to let these kind of get together, marinate together for a little bit. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right. All right, back in our kitchen with Andy McDonald, talking about the Knights of Columbus Crawfish and Bluegrass Extravaganza. So we thought, why not? Let's make some crawfish etouffee. You already got it started. You had some butter, some crawfish, and then the Trinity.
Trinity, that's right. Now we're going to go ahead and thicken it up.
Okay.
So we just got straight flour here. And then you got to, the trick is you've got to use the same amount of flour as you did oil. In this case, it was butter. So we want to, if we're going to err, we're going to err on the side of not enough flour because we can always add more later.
Measuring cup's always helpful, if you're doing this at home.
Right, yeah, but if you do it enough, you start getting used to looking at it and see how much you need.
You're the professional.
No, I'm not.
So if I'm going to make this at home, I'm going to use measuring cups because I don't want to mess it up.
Well, yeah, but have fun with it. I mean, I'm a professional guitar player. I'm in no way a professional chef. I eat for a living and play guitar for a living. Other than that, I just cook for fun.
Well, this seems like it's pretty easy to cook for all of us, too.
Right, and I didn't kill anybody last year with the recipe that I did, and this is very similar, so maybe everybody will survive on this one. So, we're just thickening it up, and then we're going to thin it down and basically make a gravy, a little thicker than your normal roux.
Okay, so why do you do that? Why do you thicken it up and thin it back down?
Well, we got to get the flour in there somehow.
Okay.
So we got to cook the flour and let it brown up a little bit, and then as we add the seafood stock, this is crawfish stock, which is by boiling crawfish tails.
You could also use water for this, right?
You could use water for this. You can use chicken stock if you wanted to.
This just gives you a little more flavor when you actually use the stock.
And now that we've got it thinned out a little bit, just a couple of quick more steps. We got some garlic. Okay. Adding the garlic later than earlier with the Trinity because sometimes it'll brown up a little too much if you add it earlier. Okay. And speaking of brown, we're gonna go with some Worcestershire sauce.
Love this stuff. It makes pretty much anything good, that Worcestershire sauce.
Oh yeah, you a fan of anchovies?
Oh, well, I haven't gone quite that far. See, now you're talking a little bit different.
Well, yeah. So, anyways, that really really adds another element to it. And then we've got just like Creole seasoning. There's 20 of them in the store you can choose from.
Okay.
Just find your favorite.
All right.
And this is going to cook for a little while, and there's really not that much to do to finish this off, and we will in the next segment.
Okay, and we have some rice going here because, of course,
right.
we can't have crawfish etouffee without some rice. And before we end this, I want to make sure we let everybody know about the big festival, the Crawfish and Bluegrass Extravaganza. It's going to be next Saturday, so you can make your plans to attend. That's April 5th. 4 to 9, St. Mary Catholic School off Old Shell Road, and you can get tickets in advance, and we have the link where you can do that on fox10tv.com. It's on our Studio 10 page. You can also get them there. Recipe is online as well, so you can make this at home.
Andy McDonald, Fat Man Squeeze, Lanyap, and Knights of Columbus Crawfish and Bluegrass Extravaganza. You represent all three. You're a man of wondrous talents.
Well, I would say that.
One of those is being an amazing chef, and look what you prepared for us today. Tell the folks what
Right,
we're working
yeah,
on.
we got some crawfish etouffee. We started off with the Trinity, lots of onions. I'm kind of an onion nut, but we made them big, so if you don't like onions, you can pick them out. But I'm about to screw all that up we're going to add some parsley, and then we're going to add the inescapable green onions. Have fun trying to get those out of there. I'm a bit of an onion nut.
Dude, don't worry. I'm not trying to get them out. This looks good to me.
And, we got hot sauce to taste.
Hot sauce.
This is a Louisiana hot sauce, which is not as hot as Tabasco, so you could be a little more generous with it.
Whoa, slugger.
More of a margin of error. I'm not trying to kill anybody. And here's the big secret thing that I started doing a couple of years ago is squeezing some lemon juice in there. It really helps to make everything pop.
Well, listen, while you continue to stir that all in and plate that up, we've got about 1 minute left here to tell the folks all about the bands and the big Crawfish and Bluegrass Festival.
Favorite gig of the year for me. Over at St. Mary's. Fun for everybody. We have a blast. 3,000 pounds of crawfish. We got the bands this year kicking off with Phil and Waylon. They've been playing together for, gosh, I don't know, maybe 40 years. And then after that, we got a new band that I'm not familiar with, but I can't wait to hear, called Drunken Shade of Green. And Drunker Shade of Green. And then Fat Man Squeeze, my band. And then we're very excited to have the Bluegrass Heavy Hitters Rolling in the Hay. If you don't know those guys, be prepared to be amazed. My buddy Stan Foster plays bass with those guys and has for years. So
we've got to wrap it up. Tons of great music, tons of great bands. We had the information on the screen. Why don't you plate that up as we go to break?
Okay,
go check out the Knights of Columbus Crawfish and Bluegrass Extravaganza. Look at that, looking so good. Can't wait to try some out.